That's why I love Scripture, too. You know what's funny is that we're hearing stories in Scripture we've heard maybe 1,000 times. And I think what happens is after you hear a story in Scripture enough times, it starts to get kind of like, oh, I know that story. I know the gist of it. And you kind of lose the humor in the story. Do you remember the one where Mary and Joseph lose Jesus in the temple? They lost God. Like, what do you do when you lose God? Do you pray to God? Oh, I don't think so. That's where the Hail Mary started. She's like, Jesus? Hail me, full of grace. You know? Can you imagine? It says in Scripture, she goes up, she tells Joseph. Joseph doesn't say a word. You know why? Because he's smart. If we're in a mall and I lose my daughter and my wife walks up and goes, where's our daughter? I'm like, I'm on it. My head disappears, the head of a jackass. Just, oh, I was supposed to watch the... Okay. My bad. That's what I love. Like that story, they lost God. How about the one when Jesus is out in the hills and the demons are freaked out by him? You know what he takes? You know what he does to the demons? He sends them to a big herd of pigs. I don't care who you are. That's funny. You're out there. You're like, oh, Jesus of Nazareth, you cannot. And he puts them into the. And like 200 pigs just take off in a convoy into the lake. And you know those pigs belong to somebody. He's like, what the crap are you doing with my pigs? What? Hello? I'm going to bring home the bacon now. Hi. Although one of my favorite ones of all time. How about the one with the loaves and the fish? You go read John chapter 6, and it says there's a little boy, and he's walking by the Sea of Galilee with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And what happens? 12 big dudes surround him and steal his lunch. Here you go. Can you imagine? Yeah, how heroic. Here's St. Peter. What's in the basket? Come on. That'd be more fun. Like, that's what we should do. We should take gospel stories and we should allow them to be sponsored at Mass. You know? Today's gospel brought to you by Tupperware. There were so many fragments left over. What do you do? Tupperware. You know? Imagine you'd be like...